Pasadena Independent School District Board of Trustees on Tuesday, March 29th in the boardroom at 5:34 p.m. Board members present are Mrs. Vicki Morgan, Mrs. Nelda Sullivan, Mr. Jack Bailey, Mr. Fred Roberts, Mr. Kenny Fernandez, and myself, Maricel Quijano. The invocation will be given by Ms. Sullivan and the pledges by Mr. Roberts.
Would you please stand? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for the many blessings of this day. We pray that You would lead and guide and direct us as we make decisions regarding our school district. We ask that You would be with our leaders, our children, and their parents as we work together to provide the very best education possible for them. We thank Thee for our country and the freedom that it affords us. We ask that You would bless the men and women of our armed forces. Keep them ever in the center of Thy will. We ask that You would lead and guide and direct us. Keep us ever in the center of Thy will. These things we ask in Thy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to Thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
We have a special guest today.
We will now adjourn to closed session. Pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.074, for the purpose of considering the appointment, employment evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer, employee, or to hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. We will reconvene at 7.
It'll be there.
Good evening. We reconvene at 7:03. That brings us to item number 3, special recognition.
Board members, tonight we've got a lot of wonderful special recognitions. First, I'm going to introduce you to Rodney Chant, our PISD athletic director, that wants to introduce you to many of our talented students. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. Dr. Powell, it is with great honor that I recognize one of our outstanding teams and individuals from the fall and spring. First off, we have the 2016 regional semifinalist boys basketball team from J. Frank Dobie High School. The Horns began district play with a 1-4 record before storming back and finishing with a 10-6 district record to finish 4th in District 22 6A. The Longhorns were by-district, area, and regional quarterfinal champions after defeating district champion North Shore, Ailey Felsick, and Fort Bend Hightower. The Horns fell in the regional semifinal game to Cy Lakes in an exciting game at the Aldine Campbell Center to finish 23-13 overall. The Horns are led by head coach Kevin Cross, assistant Stephen Cross, Charles Washington, Roland Dion, and Jermaine Gassaway. The team includes Joshua Cooper, Trey Prater, DJ Garrett, Jeremy Williams, Travaris Gilbert, DeMay Jones, Justin Thomas, Jason Lester, Trey Kelly, Tyler Jerome, Jeremy Davis, and Royce Hunter. Congratulations to these young men, and please give them a round of applause for an outstanding season. If we have any parents of these athletes in attendance tonight, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you very much for your support. Again, congratulations to J. Frank Dobie High School. Thank you, Coach Cross.
Hey guys, hey, I just want to let you know, well, first off, I went to Dobie, and I think I was a freshman when your coaches were seniors. But the camaraderie of our community came together in your final game. We wish you guys would have advanced, but man, that was a great game against a great team. And congratulations and further ventures, whatever you do, keep it going. Keep that Longhorn pride.
It was fun to watch.
All right, see you.
See you around the house, Coach.
Next, we have DeIsrael Cardona from Pasadena High School. DeIsrael is back with us again this year after having an outstanding fall season in cross country. DeIsrael finished 5th at the District 22 6A cross country meet, followed by 9th place at the regional track meet, which qualified her for the state meet. At the state meet, DeIsrael finished 109 out of 148. Not the finish she was looking for, however, this was the second straight year that she represented Pasadena High School and Pasadena ISD at the state cross country meet. DeIsrael has accepted a scholarship to Lamar University and will be running for them next year. Let's give DeIsrael a round of applause. DeIsrael is coached by Denise Pierce. Thank you, Denise. Next, we have Enoch Ramirez from Pasadena High School. Enoch had an outstanding fall season in cross country this year. He finished 3rd at the District 22 cross country meet, followed by 8th place finish at the Region 3 meet, which again qualified him for the state meet. At the state meet, Enoch finished 53 out of 151. Enoch is only a junior, so we look forward to next year and great things from him. Enoch is coached by Jeff Hirsch at Pasadena High School. Let's give him a round of applause. If we have any parents or relatives of Enoch in the audience, would you please stand? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Enoch. Thank you, Dr. Powell.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all these wonderful athletes and for representing us so well, and to their coaches. Thank you. Next, we're excited to go to our Vanguard Award winners that many of you have here to recognize tonight. These high school students have volunteered each at least 300 hours. That's amazing. Outside of the school day to projects benefiting Pasadena and surrounding communities. If Risha Brown, our Pasadena ISD communications specialist, will come forward, she'll get us started.
Alrighty. Good evening, Board of Trustees, Dr. Powell, parents, and students. We are here to celebrate the service of our 2016 Pasadena ISD Vanguards. The Vanguard Community Service Awards are given to the top 5 seniors at each of the district's high schools who have 300 hours or more of community service work done outside of their school activities. And I had the privilege of meeting these inspiring individuals, and now I want to give you the opportunity to do the same. So parents of Vanguard students, at the end of the recognition, you're welcome to meet your child in the HR conference room down the hallway. And now please direct your attention to the screens for our video presentation. I'm looking for the mouse. Okay.
The person that inspires me to volunteer would be my mom, my teachers and mentors.
My parents have inspired me the most.
Miss Flores, my counselor. My mom really helped motivate me. She's like, you know you have this. So, okay, I do have this.
They are natural givers, which we are very proud of.
It's awesome to see people their age be so passionate about helping others. They're just on fire for their causes.
We are absolutely thrilled that we were able to be included in the Vanguard Awards this year. Not only does it showcase that our students are participating and volunteering, but it also just gives more students in the district the opportunity to be showcased.
I love being able to help out and in the process being able to learn.
I learned to put myself out there. I've learned to work with other people. By volunteering, I get a different opinion that influences my own I did most of my community service hours at the Pasadena Animal Shelter.
Reading to children as well as helping them with their homework.
I'm part of an organization called the Vietnamese Eucharistic Youth Society.
I've worked at the animal shelter a lot. I've been a part of religious education at St. Hyacinth Church.
I've been an intern for the organization called United We Dream Houston. We provide resources for the undocumented community.
We read to kids at Gardens Elementary.
I volunteer mostly around the Red Bluff Elementary area.
At Armand Bayou, we clean up and help them organize.
We made blankets for the Children's Hospital. I have volunteered in the animal shelter.
Park Place Cardboard Challenge. They're also excited when you're done. The happy faces on them, and it was just a good experience.
At the nursing home, they don't really have a lot of visitors, and it was really touching to go. That way they weren't really lonely. It was a good experience.
It really opened my mind and allowed me to practice being able to help others, and it's so major to me.
Working with these kids keeps them grounded because they need something to keep them in line in school and afterwards.
It puts a smile on your face and on their face because they're really appreciating everything you're doing for them.
When I was younger, I needed help, and there were volunteers who helped me. So I thought it was only fair to give back to other people, because I know that people need help.
It's good to be able to be with other people and understand that your life isn't just your own life. You shouldn't just think about yourself and the things that you need to do also. You should think about other people too.
I'm a better person, a leader. I know how to talk to people. I know how to help people out now.
I'm more connected with people that I haven't even spent a lot of time with. Get more of that interaction and communication experience. I became more fulfilled, inspired. Giving back to the community. That just feels really good. That really inspired me to make a difference.
It helps you build confidence and instill character into you.
It makes me really happy to know that I'm doing something for others.
The more you put yourself out there in terms of providing your services and helping out the community, that the more likely the people of the community are to welcome you with open arms and ask for your help more often.
Being able to help those that really cannot help themselves is very rewarding.
Es importante ser un voluntario en la comunidad porque hay muchas personas que necesitan ayuda y no tienen el valor ni el derecho de ellos mismos de hacerlo. So uno tiene que venirse junto como un equipo y ayudarlos.
Getting to help my peers or other families that I've never encountered in my life and having an experience with them, and it's actually really nice to know that you're making an impact on them. So that's why I really like community service.
Because I volunteer, I got to learn different skills from my career path, which I'm surely going to use in the future. I've been accepted to the Veterinary Technician Institute here in Houston.
I want to become a clinical psychologist, but for children.
Work with special ed kiddos and help them walk again.
I'm going to continue my fight in the immigrant community.
It just helps the community become a better place, and the more that our students can give back to the community, the better it makes it.
What I enjoy most about community service is just helping the community and just being there for them when they need me. I just love the feeling.
Now Bernadette Marsh will present her students from Dobie High School.
Hello, everyone. It is a privilege to introduce to you the 2016 Vanguard Community Service Award recipients from Dobie High School. The first one is Hai Nu Ho. She has volunteered through the National Honor Society, HOSA, and Key Club. She plans to study kinesiology at the University of Houston. Anna Lee. Anna has volunteered through her Scout troop and has received 2 Journey Awards through the Girls Scouts. Fana He. As president of the National Honor Society, she has coordinated a clothing drive that has provided over 300 pairs of jeans to homeless teenagers in Houston. Sydney Sweet. Sydney's favorite and most recent project has been transforming a storage room at her church into a Sunday school classroom. And last, Anna Tran. Anna has helped raise money for individuals in developing countries by coordinating the school's trick-or-treat trail. If you are the parents of these Dobie students, will you please stand for us so we can applaud you? Now let me introduce Ms. Tammy Jernander from the CTH High School.
Good evening. The Lewis CTHS honorees are Anna Fernandez. Anna has volunteered at the Pasadena Animal Shelter and various adoption events. She plans to attend the Vet Technical Institute of Houston. Aurora Hogan. Aurora will be fluent in 4 languages, and she is in the process of learning 2 additional languages. She plans to use these skills to study international business. Lourdes Huerta. Lourdes enjoyed volunteering at Gulfgate Animal Clinic, where she assisted in over 50 surgeries. Cynthia Portillo. Cynthia spent her summers volunteering at Kids World Academy. Martha Trevino. Martha served the animal community as a kennel assistant at City Animal Hospital. She aspires to be a veterinary technician. Will the parents of these students please stand and be recognized and join me in a round of applause? Welcome Claudia Flores from Pasadena High School to the podium.
Good evening. The Pasadena High School Vanguards are Jasmine Astorga. Jasmine is the first female to receive the National Legion of Valor Bronze Cross for Region 5. Alondra Chavez. Alondra advocates for positive change through her volunteer efforts with United We Dream, one of the largest immigrant youth-led organizations. Eric Garcia. Eric has enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps. He is interested in defending the country abroad and protecting it domestically. Monica Gonzalez. Not only does Monica extend a green thumb helping with recycling, gardening, and more, she collects stuffed animals and sends them to children living in small towns in Mexico. Natalie Granados. Natalie enjoyed working with children at Pomeroy as part of the ACE after-school program. If you are the parents of these students, please stand. Now, if you would help me, please welcome Dolly Markle from Pasadena Memorial to the podium.
The Pasadena Memorial's Vanguard honorees are Ashley Ali. Ashley's favorite volunteer effort was teaching various subjects to young children. She plans to continue tutoring at U of H. Kelly Cortez. Kelly's mother inspired her to give back to the community. Her most recent volunteer effort was feeding the homeless for Thanksgiving. Sarah Lyon. Sarah is going to be the first in her family to graduate from high school and attend college. She plans to major in math and aspires to be a teacher. Yahaira Perez. Yahaira is part of the first class of dual language graduates in the district. She volunteered at Turner, Bush, Garfield, and Genoa. She received the Rising Star Award from State Representative Carol Alvarado. Allison Tran. Allison has volunteered at Garfield and the Vietnamese Eucharistic Youth Group. She is an AP Scholar with distinction, and she was awarded the prestigious Thomas Jefferson Award. Will the parents of these students please stand and be recognized? Please help me welcome Angie Watkins from Rayburn to the podium.
The Sam Rayburn honorees are Caitlin Alanis. Caitlin and her friends started a cheerleading program at Red Bluff, where they have used cheers to motivate students for the STAR tests. David Avendano. David enjoys mentoring students through the ACE program at Red Bluff. Jennifer Medrano. Through HOSA, Jennifer has enjoyed helping children at health fairs. Elizabeth Rosenbaum. Through her campus's HOSE program, Elizabeth volunteers at various churches in the area. And Sahara Zafar. Sahara is a summer STEM mentor at the Boys and Girls Club. She was honored as the Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year recipient. If you're a parent of one of these students, please rise. Join me. Please welcome LeBryant Benjamin from South Houston to the podium.
He's getting old.
Good evening, everyone. For South Houston High School, our honorees this year for the 2016 Vanguard Awards are, first, Lisbeth Galiendo. Lisbeth volunteered with the ACE program, providing care to children and helping with homework assignments. Ryan Garcia. Ryan built long-lasting friendships while volunteering at the Armand Bayou Nature Center. He has received the Academic Excellence Award all 4 years of high school, and he is also a Shining Stars recipient. Jesus Herrera. As a member of the National Hispanic Honor Society, Jesus spent time with the elderly at the Paramount Health Care Facility. Syra Jackson is not here tonight. She is an honoree as well. She helped young girls learn how to play volleyball over the years, and she plans to join the Navy in August. Lastly, for South Houston, we have Christina Tariango. As president of the Key Club, Christina enjoys organizing community service projects, including volunteering with the Bayou Nature Center. Will the parents of these students please rise and be recognized? Congratulations to all of our 2016 Vanguards for the contributions to your schools and the community. We appreciate all of your hard work, and thank you.
Thank you to our students and the parents who inspired them to participate. We have a societal contributor as one of our exit outcomes, and what perfect examples of that in these students that we had here tonight. So great program, and we're glad that you were here to witness it. Next, I'd like to introduce Alita Harrell. She's one of our associate superintendents for campus development, and she has a few words before she introduces the next speaker.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Powell. This next piece will definitely warm your heart. This is an excellent opportunity to feature and to go along with the theme of the evening of service and community. And the Guide Dog program is a wonderful service program. In addition to that, it's also a great feature. We will be able to feature our guide dogs. And the mastermind behind the Guide Dog program is Miss Skylar Morris, and she's the ag teacher at Dobie. And it's because of her hard work and initiative and grit that this is such a successful program. And so you guys get ready to be amazed and feel good about what Miss Morris is about to explain. So please welcome Miss Morris.
Thank you for having us. This year, Dobie's been fortunate to be a part of a national organization that not only aids in helping visually impaired, but these students. They have learned the commitment, dedication, and responsibility to care for a dog that makes such a huge impact on lives. Guide Dogs for the Blind is a national organization where students and adults are able to raise puppies that are trained to be guide dogs for visually impaired. These students have had these dogs. They came from California, the headquarters. They came at 8 weeks of age. We started with our 3 puppies, and we are growing into 5 students. We have Kennedy Hold there with Lyndon. Sydney Bonner is with Grazie, and then Lisa Luna is with Larkin, and Lyndon and Larkin are actually brothers. And then we have Abby Armenta, and she is a student that is zoned to Dobie, and she is also a part of our FFA program and an officer, but she is attending CTHS. So we're kind of expanding. And then Jackie Mendoza. These students, like I said, they've got these puppies in November. They came at 8 weeks of age. They keep them for 15 to 18 months. So these dogs are on track. They care for these students, the raisers, care for these dogs 24 hours, 7 days a week. They have gone everywhere with them. So they train from day 1 at 8 weeks of age. They will be here till Christmas. These dogs have been exposed to all kinds of socialization. They've been shopping, they've been at restaurants, they've been to class. It was obviously a gradual thing, but it's been nothing but supportive from the community, from the district, and we thank you for that. And we're quite excited about how it's turning out. So we'd like to show you some of their technique and their working skills. The 3 raisers, if you would please just work your dogs. They have about 5 to 8 commands that they are only using. Some of them are different from your household pets, and they are very different from being household pets, but at home they are puppies and play with other dogs. But majority of the time, especially when they're out in public, they are always working. So if raisers, if you would just show them, go ahead and work your puppies, please.
Look how they look.
I'll take 2.
Does anybody, while they're working, does anybody have any questions real quick?
How old are they when they have to give them up?
They are about 15. They're about 15 months old. They do go back to California, their headquarters, and they go into a 6-week formal training. That's kind of their formal boot camp. If they graduate from that, the raiser actually gets to attend that graduation, gets to watch it, and then they are paired with a visually impaired person, which the raiser also gets to witness as well. So it's a very neat program.
How are the dogs working through the school? How do the other kids treat the dogs in the schoolhouse?
We have found the response to be actually very welcoming. The students love them. With the program being new, we had to learn, especially the raisers handling them day to day, how to alleviate certain hallways. They have to think about the time frame of the bells. They also, have to schedule the relieving. Those dogs are trained to relieve within 1 to 3 minutes. So they've had some things that they've had to work through.
I want to do that.
Well, we love our students in Pasadena ISD, but we also love our dogs, obviously, because we're very entertained by this. So I just want to say, Board, when Ms. Morris invited us to Dobie to come to hear about this program, Dr. Hickman and I and Mr. Moses was there, I thought, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about dogs? But it was the coolest presentation, and I'm so proud of what Ms. Morris and her students have done. This is just an awesome experience for not only the students, but the school as a whole. So thank you for your support in this.
How many are we looking at next year?
I have approval for about 7. So these will stay till December. And we are working on track these raisers. Jackie is expected to get one within a month. And then Abby, if there are hoops they have to jump through. They don't just hand a dog over to a student.
Right.
So within 2 to 3 months after they go through all of the avenues, we're expecting Abby to get one hopefully this summer. That way, by the time that that puppy is to about 12 weeks of age, it's about school time.
And these dogs will go, do you know what type of individuals these dogs will go to as far as?
The visually impaired.
Visually impaired.
Yes, sir. And one more thing is this program, there's only about 13 clubs or organization through this organization in the state of Texas, and it is growing vastly in the state amongst the whole nation. There's only about 5 that are within schools, that these clubs within schools, and they're FFA chapters. And we took these dogs to a number of places, and one being in February, we went to the state capitol for National FFA Week. And 2 of our dogs were there. They did amazing. It was a long day. They went up lots of stairs, saw lots and lots of people. And there's FFA chapters in schools all over the state of Texas that are wanting to do the same thing we're doing. So this is a great guide for them.
These dogs are going to make a big difference in a lot of people's lives.
For sure.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Good job,
Thank
Skylar.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. This is the first that we gave dog bones as a certificate. That's right. It's going to be a hard act to follow after this, for sure. Thank you to our handlers. Do we have any parents of the students who have the dogs in their homes here? Thank you, because you've made an awesome commitment too. These dogs go home every day to their homes and stay with these families, so thank you.
I'd have a hard time giving them back.
It's going to be hard.
That brings us to item number 4, public comments. We don't have any this evening. Section 3, consent agenda.
I move that we approve the consent agenda. Second.
Have a motion by Ms. Sullivan, a second by Ms. Morgan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Section 4, personnel section. Item number 1, consideration and possible approval of administrative personnel.
Madam President, I move that we approve addendum A through H for certified personnel.
Second.
Have a motion by Ms. Sullivan, a second by Ms. Morgan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Madam President, I'd like to read the names of those individuals. Yes. As I call your name, would you please stand? Sharon Garris. Ms. Garris has been approved for the position of counselor, Parent Coordinator at Stutchberry Elementary for this 2016-17 school year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And do you have family with you?
I do. I have my husband, Jim Harris. He's at Pomeroy as a science teacher.
Wonderful. Very good. Thank you. And congratulations. Stacy Lynn Gomez. Ms. Gomez has been approved for the position of Counselor Parent Coordinator at the new Hancock Elementary School for the 2016 school year. Congratulations. And do you have family with you?
Yes, my husband Dave, my 37 and Abby, and my father-in-law and mother-in-law.
Congratulations. Jordan Lewis. Ms. Lewis has been approved for the position of Parent Coordinator at the Nelda Sullivan Middle School. Congratulations, Jordan. And do you have family with you?
Yes, I am. I have my husband Adam and my two sons Eli and Josiah, my mom Kim, and my in-laws that you may or may not know. Kurt and Robin Lewis.
He's hiding behind that pole.
Congratulations and welcome to Pasadena ISD.
Good news.
Sandra Talton. Ms. Sandra Talton has been approved for the position of Occupational Therapist for the remainder of the 2015 school year. Congratulations. And you have family with you? And they're familiar with Dr. Megan Whitley.
Over here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's hiding.
Dr. Whitley has been approved for the position of Licensed Specialist in School Psychology for the remainder of the 2015 school year. Congratulations. It's nice to have you. And do you have family with you?
No, I'm feeling a bit left out.
We'll let you adopt some of us. Mr. Sean Wynn. Mr. Wynn has been approved for the position of Acting High School Campus Athletic Coordinator, Head Football Coach at Sam Rayburn High School. Congratulations, sir. And do you have family with you?
I do.
Good.
Start off with my wife, because we're going to spread out right now. My mother-in-law, Linda Bowell, my sister-in-law, Keisha Flores, my mom and dad, Sandra and Charles Green.
Great.
And my brother-in-law going around with my niece.
We apologize for the crowded condition, but I'm sure that you understand that it was all to recognize student achievement. So,
Coach, you went to LSU?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me tell you what, you have put two of the principals of the opposing teams in a quandary now, because one of them named Moses over at Dobie, representing the other team over there, the Longhorns, he is a die-in-the-wool LSU fan. Yeah, so you have put him in a quandary. And then, well, there you go. There you go. Then you've got another one over at Memorial. Her name is Angie Stallings. Once again, she is a die-in-the-wool LSU fan. And I want to say that I feel like this is a plot by Robert Stack here, to get back, and it's going to work. I've got a lot of faith in you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck, Coach.
Mom, Dad, thank you.
and moving along, Sarah J. Evans. Ms. Evans has been approved for the position of math specialist for the remainder of the 2015 school year. Congratulations. And do you have family with you?
I do. I have my husband Sean and my youngest Zachary, and then my oldest son Patrick.
Great.
Joanna G. Vega. Ms. Vega has been approved for the position of Assistant Principal for the 2016-17 school year at the new Thomas Hancock Elementary School. Congratulations. And do you have family with you?
And our 6 kids, Jacob. Oh, wow. I have enough to let you borrow.
Congratulations. And that concludes the list.
Well, welcome to the Pasadena ISD family, and for those of you that were already here, congratulations on your new endeavor. If you were here to support somebody and would like to step out at this time, you're more than welcome to do so, or you're more than welcome to stay.
No, you're going to stay.
Are you sure you don't want to stay?
I'm sure.
You didn't want to be on videotape?
Oh, poor dog a bone.
Congratulations, you did a wonderful job.
You need a pet.
He does in retirement, doesn't he? He does.
You need a pet.
You do.
You get 2 grandkids. 3 grandkids.
Wonder if you play basketball.
Take care, Kurt.
They're going to move that chair.
Oh, it's empty now.
Karen, they're going to move a couple of chairs. Okay, we're ready.
Item number 2, consideration and possible approval of the superintendent's cabinet reorganization.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3, consideration and possible approval of the additional personnel for Hancock Elementary and Sullivan Middle School.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 4 is certified personnel for informational purposes only. Section 5, item number 1, consideration and possible approval to approve the 2016-17 Student Code of Conduct.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Ms. Sullivan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 2, consideration and possible approval of the boundary changes made necessary by the opening of Hancock Elementary and Sullivan Middle School.
I move that we approve the boundary changes.
Second.
Have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3, consideration and possible approval of the 2016-17 Pasadena ISD calendar.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 4, consideration and possible approval of the 2016 Gifted and Talented Summer Exploration Camps.
So move.
Second.
A motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
Yes. I wanted to find out how much does it says the tuition is $70. How much does it cost per student, the district?
Dr. Hickman, do you want to come to the question was how much does it cost per student for us to provide it? What's the cost breakdown?
I know that we bring in about $15,000. Leslie, how many kids do we usually have come? So about 250 kids, and they pay $15,000. And then we budget $37,000 total.
Okay.
Not a direct answer, but I don't have a calculator.
14. Okay. Any further discussion?
If I did my math right, it's costing the district about $88 of our GT funds or summer school funds per kid.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 5, we have a presentation regarding the Pasadena Early High School.
Well, good evening, Madam President of our board and Dr. Powell, and to all our board members here. Good evening to our community of family here at Pasadena. It is definitely a privilege to be here with you and kind of share a little bit about Pasadena Early College High School. But before the video comes out, we have a video. You're not going to hear me talk a lot, but I did want to say thank you for your support, for supporting the vision, and for certainly providing opportunities, especially in this day and age of a lot of choice and personalized learning that we want to certainly strive for here in Pasadena ISD. This is just one more example of how we look at supporting innovative ideas that are out there. So we want to thank you for that. We're excited for the future of opening up some other schools along the way. So that's enough of me. We're going to have a video here that's going to be playing right here.
In September 2010, the Pasadena Independent School District and San Jacinto Community College jointly created the Pasadena Early College High School, PECS. PECS is a school within a school, located within Pasadena High School as a small learning community. The mission of PECS is to enable students to progress in 4 years from the 9th grade to the first 2 years of college, earning both their high school distinguished diploma and either an Associate of Arts or an Associate of Science degree. Our mission includes accelerated instruction, preparing students to start college coursework in their 9th grade year, and impressive faculty experienced in college preparatory instruction. Support students by developing meaningful relationships with teachers, administrators, and college faculty. The opportunity for students to graduate from high school with up to half of their college education complete, tuition-free. PECS strives to increase high school and college graduation rates among students who are not widely represented on college campuses. The purpose of PECS is to provide a nurturing, respectful environment that instills our students with the confidence and skills necessary to meet the challenges of an ever-changing world and to become valued members of a global community. PECS has established many important community partnerships.
Our city will provide a wide variety of volunteer opportunities for these ambitious college-bound students. It engages them in their community.
PECS students attend 9th and 10th grade on the Pasadena High School campus and transition to the San Jacinto College campus for 11th and 12th grade. 9th graders complete 2 college classes. 10th graders complete 3 college classes. 11th graders complete 6 to 8 college classes, and 12th graders 8 college classes as full-time college students. Students are provided with use of San Jacinto's academic and support facilities all 4 years as PECS students, including libraries, labs, advising center, career center, eating facilities, and cultural and sports facilities. While on the Pasadena High School campus, PECS students are enrolled in core and elective courses that include only PECS students. And when they attend San Jacinto College, they are enrolled in core PECS-only sections for all core classes. PECS students are part of the wonderful community of Pasadena High School. All PECS students are mighty eagles. Thanks to this model, our students can take advantage of all the resources that Pasadena High School offers, such as labs, tutors, transportation, college room, counselors, and cafeteria and after-school activities. Students are encouraged to pursue extracurricular activities.
I've been in band for 3 years.
ROTC, Junior Varsity Baseball Team.
The Eagle Escort Team.
PECS strives to create well-rounded students that will be readily accepted into 4-year universities. These STAR results show the excellence demonstrated by PECS students. PECS students have completed 600 college courses with a passing rate of over 90%. PECS students can earn up to 60 college hours or core completed or one of the following associate degrees: Associate of Arts in Behavioral Science, Associate of Arts in Business, Associate of Arts in Math, Associate of Arts in General Studies, Associate of Science degree.
I'm graduating in May with my associate's degree in General Studies. I plan to attend the University of Texas at San Antonio to pursue my career in architecture.
Mathematics. I plan to double major in chemistry and physics.
Life science. I want to get a nursing degree.
Counselors and mentors from San Jacinto College and PECS help students decide which associate degree best fits their future plans. In the inaugural graduating class of 2015, 23 earned their associate degree and 7 earned more than 50 college credit hours. In the class of 2016, 41 will earn an associate degree and 3 will earn more than 50 college credit hours. In the class of 2017, 50 are projected to earn an associate degree, 10 more than 50 college hours, and 7 at least 30 college hours. The total expected enrollment for the 2016-17 class is 385 students. PEX graduates are already proving what an invaluable opportunity early college high school can be for students who dare to accept the challenge today and in the future.
Thank you. 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 Thank you.
To my left is Aldo Prado. He's the dean of our early college high school program, and he's going to introduce just some of our guests that we have, and then we'll open it up to any questions that you may have.
Tonight, I'm going to introduce our little crowd from PEX. We have Ms. Jennifer Davis. She is our department head. We have Cheryl Gillam. She is our pre-AP chemistry teacher. We have some students. Ms. Gonzalez, senior. Ms. Vanessa Lara, senior. Ms. Natalie Granados, senior. And Ms. Moran, Alondra Moran, she graduated last year from PEX. She's one of our first class graduation. And we have another two very important people that we have strong leadership with them. Ms. Christina Welmack from Pasadena Chamber of Commerce. She's helping out and working with us together. And Ms. Margie Peña from Neighborhood Centers. Thank you for being here tonight. If you have questions for the students, for the teachers, for ourselves, we are more than happy to answer those questions. Or if you want to answer those questions later, we are happy as well.
What an amazing opportunity this is for these kids. I certainly wish I had had it, and I wish my daughter had taken advantage of it, but congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you to our community representatives here and the support they give to PEX as well.
It was such an honor to be there for the initial graduation of the class last year. And I think that one of the most important parts of it was to see the reaction of the parents of these students. It's a wonderful opportunity, and I'm just so grateful that we were able to offer it for our students.
Thank you to Mr. Saavedra and Mr. Prado for your leadership. We appreciate you.
Great job.
Item number 6, we have a presentation on Slide into Summer Reading, an initiative targeting maintenance of reading skills over the summer.
There you go. Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity just to update you guys this evening on an initiative that we're launching this summer in Pasadena ISD among our elementary students to basically address what has been identified as a literacy achievement gap. And by that, we mean that nationally, students who come from more affluent backgrounds tend to outperform students who come from less affluent background on literacy assessment across the board. And so we have included a slide that kind of captures that idea, because researchers have identified that a large part of why that gap exists is because of what happens or doesn't happen during the summer months when students are away from the structure and the opportunity that school provides. So if you look at the chart briefly, the dark blue line shows the achievement of students who come from middle class or higher backgrounds. Basically, those students climb during the school year in their reading skills, and then over the summer, they usually gain about a month of reading skill development. You can contrast that with the gold line, which is our students who come from less affluent backgrounds, which is primarily in elementary, almost about 80% of our kids. What happens is, like their peers, they grow during the school year, but during the summer, research shows us that they slide back 2 to 3 months of reading skills. So researchers have called that the summer slide. One group of researchers identified that summer reading loss or summer slide accounts for about 80% of the achievement gap between our lower income students and students who come from more affluent backgrounds. So what does that look like in PISD? We did a little digging into the data. And the next slide shows you basically what happens to our students when they leave the end of one school year and come back the next. And consistently across kinder, first, second, and third, this graph represents the percentage of kids the blue graph represents the percentage of students in a grade level that are reading on level when they leave at the end of the school year. And then the orange or red colored graph right next to it shows where those same students are in their reading skills when they come back. So you can see that roughly a large percentage of our kids who are leaving on level come back and are now below level because of this phenomena that we've called the summer slide. So the question for us, how are we going to respond to this and how are we going to take action? In past summers, we've tried lots of different initiatives to try to get reading going, and most of it's tied to how many books kids read or how many pages they read. But we decided that maybe we needed to shift the focus and focus instead on the reading levels of students when they leave and when they come back. So under Dr. Hickman's leadership, we organized a group of campus administrators as well as district instructional specialists and began brainstorming how to tackle this problem. We organized ourselves into about 5 different committees: evaluation, how are we going to evaluate kids' reading abilities? Access, how can we open up more opportunities for students to have access to books during the summer? Marketing, how do we get the word out? Parent training, we understand and realize that parents are a critical piece of supporting students in the summer when they don't have a classroom teacher there to provide that support. And then celebrations, how do we motivate and recognize students who meet their reading goals? So in a nutshell, basically the initiative is targeting elementary students in grades K through 4. We thought we'd start there because that's where those literacy skills begin to get the foundation. And our goal for the program is for students to return to school reading on the same level, at least, that they left the school year previously on. So we're hoping that they at least maintain their reading skills, or better yet, make some gains in their reading levels. The 3 main ways that we're going to do that is, first of all, making sure kids have more access to books. So we're looking at lots of different ideas, like extending our summer library hours at our campuses over the whole summer. Traditionally, we've left them open, some of them open during June, but we're trying to stagger that so they can be open in July and August in different parts of the community. We've also started a drive collecting electronic devices that our staff members are no longer using, hoping that we can wipe those clean and offer those to students who may not have access to digital media at home during the summer because of limited income. The other piece that we think is important is the parent training piece. Training parents on how do they know what level their kids should be reading on, and as a parent, how can I best support them during the summer? One of the things that we're asking parents to do is sign a compact that basically assures us that they will make sure their student reads 20 minutes a day. And the research tells us on the next slide is that if students read 20 minutes a day, typically they can achieve in the 90th percentile on standardized tests. As opposed to students who may not read at all or up to 1 minute a day, those kids tend to perform in the 10th percentile. So we believe that making that commitment and supporting our students with that commitment will help them make the gains that we're hoping for this summer. And then the last piece of that is obviously celebrations. We want to recognize and celebrate those students who make gains. And so we're going to do that at the campus level for students who maintain their reading level. And then we're going to do that at the district level for students who not only maintain, but make gains.
Hey, Scott, excuse me, but what are you doing this summer?
Ms. Hawes, right now I'm doing a presentation.
I know, but what are you doing this summer?
I'm sorry, guys. Lisa, this really isn't appropriate. We'll talk later.
I really want to know, what's it going to look like? What are you doing this summer?
I don't know, Lisa. Why don't we ask everybody what they're doing this summer? Hey, Pam. Hey, what are you doing this summer?
I don't know. Summers are so bored. There's nothing to do. Katie, what are you going to do this summer?
I have no idea because I am not going to It's Pizza one more time. And the beach in Galveston is disgusting. Andrea, what are you doing?
Andrea,
what are you doing?
Jeez Louise, Candy, I was just getting to a really good part in my book. What's up?
What up with the book?
This book is so awesome, and I want to tell you about something so exciting this summer. Did you know that Pasadena is going to have an awesome summer reading program? Most of the library is going to be open, and we can all go together and read. There's going to be incentives. We're going to get stuff for reading, and the best part, wait, free school food.
I want to go. I want to go. Okay, let's go. Let's go read.
Get ready. They got a little number.
school. I was just hoping. Now I'm here and the library's open. Checked out books, a dozen or more. Could hardly get my back through the door. Summer days, reading all of the rails. We can read till the summer's done. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh. Tell me more, tell me more. Did you read Dr. Seuss? Tell me more, tell me more. Fox and socks on the loose. Dooby-doo, dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Dooby-doo, dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Breakfast for lunch, and it's all free. What's better than that? Summer's fine, we can read in the sun. We can read till the summer's done. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh. Tell me more, tell me more. Did you have green eggs and ham? Tell me more, tell me more. I love the biscuits and jam. Shoot 'em up, 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 yeah. Determination. Charlotte Webb has a salutation. Chickaboo and the coconut tree. Brown bear, oh what do you see? Summer froze and some flimsy rose. We can read till the summer's done. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh. Tell me more, tell me more. I need to read with a friend. Tell me more, tell me more. I don't want summer to end. Summer's done, but we're still perusing all these books of our very own choosing. My reading chart just keeps going up. Can't wait to tell my teacher what's up. In May, you see, we were at level D. But now we're level. I we can read, we can
That should motivate some people to read.
Very nice job, ladies.
Thank you.
That's right.
Linda, we didn't know you was bringing a choir today.
I didn't bring the choir, they brought it.
Jack, that's all in.
I think that's the first time in 30 years I've been sung to at a board meeting.
Did y'all get that on video?
We're doing things a new way. So. What a talented group of principals, and Dr. Hickman and her team and all the leadership they've provided. This is going to be a great opportunity for our students, and this is going on the road, so we wanted you to see it first. They're going to be meeting with Rotary and Lions Club and Optimus and different groups to get the community involved and let them know what we're doing with our elementary students this summer.
That was great. Thank you.
Good job, Karen.
Item number 7, consideration and possible approval of the 2016 Region 4 Education Service Center Professional Service Agreement for Positive Behavior Interventions and Support, PBIS, Professional Development.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
I have just a question.
Yes.
Who's going to attend? Linda or Gloria?
We have, you ready to come to the mic?
Yes.
I don't know why I know I have to come to the mic.
Ms. Perkins would prefer you come to the mic.
Okay. Can you hear me, Hope? All right. So we are having 6 to 7 campus representatives, and they're part of the team that takes care of the implementation of positive behavior intervention at the campus level.
Is it a special individual at the campus or someone on the behavior team?
Well, there's typically a team of 5. From 5 at the high schools, the teams are a little larger. And so that's 10 folks that will be coming to the training. And that's why the training was scheduled from April 1st through August the 30th. So it's going to be ongoing.
So are we going to have someone from every elementary school or just from one elementary school?
Every single campus will be represented.
Okay. And is it going to be held here within the district?
Yes, ma'am. They're coming to us. The specialists from Region 4 will come to us.
Very good. Thanks, Gloria.
You're welcome.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8, consideration and possible approval of the primary request submitters for the Texas Education Agency Secure Environment, TEASE, and alternate approver authority for TEA login, TEAL.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 9, consideration and possible approval of the instructional materials allotment TEAC certification 2016-17.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 10, consideration and possible approval of the Enterprise Wireless System, CSP number 16-012, and contract with NetSync.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11, consideration and possible approval for the LAN cabling CSP number 16-010 and contract with Datavox.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
Question. These were all judged, final bids and so on and so forth were judged on the best value to the district? Is that, did we use a scale on that? In other words, what was the low, was this a low bidder or was he the fifth from the bottom?
It
or?
probably was because in our E-rate bids, we have to go with a matrix that we take, and price is about 40% of that total overall status bid that they get. And so it's price, does it fit what we currently do? Is it acceptable, equipment, in this case it's cabling. It has to be CommScope certified cablers. Actually the low bid was not CommScope certified, so we had to disqualify the lowest bid. So this wasn't the lowest bid on the cabling.
So the somebody open up. I've heard that noise before.
Only Fred.
Okay, well. Yeah, roll it back. What I want to make sure we don't get caught in, Madam President, if we don't get caught in that situation where we base decisions solely on that scale. I've seen us do that in the years past, and it came back to haunt us. But I mean, as long as they had something that you had to have, and the low bidder didn't, then I understand. But I saw a bid years ago lost for $1,000, and it really came back to haunt us. And so it.
Yes, sir. We saw it real close, and it's not always those bid. Like I said, it's the best value to the district. And in this case, he wasn't certified to install that cable, and so we couldn't offer it to the lowest bid. And NetSync was the next lowest that was certified.
Thank you. That's all my questions.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 12, consideration and possible approval of the electronic CSP number 16-011 and contract with M&S Technologies.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 13, consideration and possible approval of the sole source purchase and agreement with Avid Center for the 2016-17 school year.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
I have one question. At the bottom, it says additional cost, including training cost for Avid elective. Do we have any idea what that cost is going to be?
Dr. Hickman, or Pat? Okay. Ms. Sermis is going to come forward.
Each year we send teachers to, at my age, they seem like students. And, we send teachers to summer institutes in Dallas and San Antonio, and it's $725 a head. And so we're sending 72 teachers this year.
$725 each?
$725.
Are these repeat teachers that have gone before?
Some have gone before, some of the principals go. It just varies. Some have gone before and some are brand new to it. So we're trying to advertise our district. And you too can go for free to Summer Institute or to the National Conference in December next year in Dallas.
In addition to the other meetings that we go to?
Yes, but this one will be at Avid, a whole different world.
When is it?
It's in December.
Christmas time.
Right, it's I think it's second week in December. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And your registration is free.
Well, I had a lot of questions about this.
Do we get credit
I was
for it?
educated.
Yes.
But I would like to get more education, so if not that conference, I'd like more information.
You can come to Summer Institute for free.
Okay.
It's a good program. In fact, all the PEX students are in Avid. There's an Avid elective at PEX.
I have one other question.
Yes, ma'am.
Where do we get our college students from?
Our college students at San Jacinto, University of Houston.
And do we pay them?
Yes, $10 an hour.
And do we always have a waiting list of people wanting those jobs?
We have a list, and we do interview each one. We could use more, but our students respond very well to college students. You know, when the college student says, "Hey, when you go to college, you're going to have to study. You're going to have to watch your time management." Somehow they believe the college student before they believe the adult.
And so, about how many college students are we?
Right now, we probably have about 20, 25 at the various schools. I mean, from PEX, the intermediate schools, and the high schools.
Thank
And
you.
we also use peer tutoring too, which does not cost us anything.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 14, consideration and possible approval of the sole source purchase for our annual renewal of the Chancery Student SMS System Maintenance with Power School.
So move.
Second.
A motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 15, consideration and possible approval for the 8 Pasadena ISD CTE students to participate in the Louisiana Youth Seminar sponsored by Shell Oil from July 17th through the 22nd, 2016.
So move.
Second.
A motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
I have a question. I had a question about the chaperone. I didn't see it on here.
And my understanding from researching that after the question was posed is that we do take the students, provide transportation. Y'all jump up and correct me if I'm wrong. But Shell provides the chaperones. This is our second year. Last year we had 5 students, and this year they're going to provide funding for 8. 8, correct. Okay, I've got a lot of head nodding. So it's not our chaperones. Shell is providing those. It's like a camp that kids would go to. It's a camp.
How do we monitor that?
As far as our personnel being there.
Are we interviewing the chaperones or?
No.
It is a summer camp provided. This is an opportunity that Shell gave us last year. In the past, they've done Deer Park and us. Now it seems like they're moving our way. We're proud of that. I had the opportunity to take the students last year, and if you talk to the students, they tell you it's the best thing that ever happened to them in their lives. It was better than boys' camp. Boys' state. So we felt like it was worth it, and Shell approached us again. When they get to LSU, we make sure that they get to their dorm. And Shell, it's Louisiana Youth Seminar takes over. Don't ask me why it's in Louisiana, but it is.
Okay,
Anything else?
that's it.
And we can do more research as far as what background checks they do on their chaperones, but we'll get that information.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 16, consideration and possible approval for the Sam Rayburn High School Texan Brigade Army JROTC leadership team to travel to Washington, D.C. during June 24th through the 28th, 2016 to compete in the 2016 JROTC Leadership and Academic Bowl JLAB.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 17 is our career and technical,
This is an information only item.
Right.
So I just wanted to let y'all know, I know we approved this earlier at a previous board meeting, and I think Ms. Morgan said if you could just let us know when these competitions happen. They're national competitions that come up, sometimes not in a timely manner to get that information to you. But we agreed that we'd put them in for information only, so this is what we have on the docket so far.
That's great. Thank you.
and it does include welding, robotics, marketing, and business. Section 6, student achievements for information only as well, but it does include intermediate schools with achievements in mathematics, science, social studies, communication arts, and fine arts. Section 7, policy update and review. We don't have any this evening. Section 8, financial section, item number 1, consideration and possible approval of the budget amendments.
I move we approve the budget amendments.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 2, consideration and possible approval of the independent auditor for the 2015-16 school year.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion?
Question.
Yes.
What was the original name of this group? Just, it has no bearing, but when this group originally took over, they took over with a group that you had, and then they were bought out by another company, then this company, I guess, is now basically merging or buying them out?
Well, our existing auditing firm is Hereford, Lynch, Sellers, and Kirkham. This similar thing happened with our previous audit firm. We had Noel Larson, and they were
Right,
taken
there you go.
and they were taken over by Whitley Penn.
Okay,
And
okay,
since then, we've done an RFP and switched to this firm.
okay. And you said they're bringing more resources from Dallas? What are
Right,
they gonna be
they're-
bringing?
What they're doing is they're expanding their government practice in the Houston area.
I got you.
That's why they merged with this firm. So
Right.
there'll be more resources that we can tie into in the Houston area, as
Okay.
opposed to just a local Hereford firm we've used in the past.
Okay, all right,
Win-win for our school district.
good. No more questions?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3, consideration and possible approval of the interlocal agreement with National Joint Powers Alliance, NJPA Cooperative.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Section 9, item number 1, consideration and possible approval of the construction contract for the Beverly Hills roof replacement project.
So move.
Question?
I have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez.
Another question. Once again, this is a CSP Evaluation Committee identified, says here is the best valued contractor. The cost of the project was $990,000. Were they the low bidders, or who was the low bidder on it?
They were actually the low bidders.
Okay, great. And the best valued contractor? Okay. Where are they from?
They have an office in Paramount.
Okay, thank you. No more
And-
questions?
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 2, consideration and possible approval of the change order number 1 for the acoustical treatment for gymnasiums project.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3, consideration and possible approval of the materials testing services agreement for the new Derby ninth grade campus project.
So move.
Second.
A motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 4, consideration and possible approval of the allowance expenditure authorization, AEA number 38, for the Nelda Sullivan Middle School project.
So move.
Motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 5, consideration and possible approval of the change order number 3 for the Thomas Hancock Elementary School project.
So move.
A motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 6, consideration and possible approval of the change order number 4 for the Thomas Hancock Elementary School project.
So move.
I have a motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 7, consideration and possible approval of the final electrical easements for the Thomas Hancock Elementary School project.
So move.
I have a motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Section 10, construction update is for informational purposes only. Section 11, miscellaneous section. Item number 1, communications. We have none at this time. Additional public comments, we don't have any at this time. And our next regularly scheduled board meeting is suggested for Tuesday, April 26, 2016.
I move that we approve that date.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Morgan, a second by Ms. Sullivan. Any discussion
May I make a comment before we
For
close?
the next regular meeting.
regarding this or
26.
Regarding,
regarding this vote?
no.
Okay. Well, then let's vote and then I'll,
Okay.
okay. And all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Go ahead.
I think the people that worked on the boundary change committee should have a standing applause. If you look at all of the
Cheryl.
little individual idiosyncrasies
Calm
that
laugh.
they went in there, they
Calm
did a
laugh.
fantastic job. I mean, like over off of Queens, there's a little street that just got a little circle-like, and there's no through streets. Well, they caught that, and they just circled it right on in with one of the boundary changes, so.
Miss Harrell and Tom
Very
Swan did the
involved.
lion's share of that, so with the ASCD's help and the campus principals,
That's
but
awesome.
they took the lead.
Because you can go through the book and match it all up just as it happened. So I think you did a great job, and I know it was difficult.
Bettina,
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all very much. Good evening. We adjourn at 8:24.